It had taken Lisa Marie Presley and Michael Lockwood years to settle their divorce. It had been that bitter.
Oh, yeah.
But now that she has passed, it seems that there's another battle shaping up for their two daughters, their twin daughters, who are now 14 years old. And obviously, Michael Lockwood, we've heard, would like to have custody of his kids. But it's not going to be that simple, not from Lisa Marie's side, from her family's side.
Look, there are two ex-husbands we're talking about. One is Michael Lockwood, who Charles just mentioned, with a terribly nasty divorce with all these really terrible allegations on going both ways. The other is Danny Kehoe. Danny Kehoe was married to Lisa Marie, was living with Lisa Marie, even though they were long divorced, and is the father of both Riley and Benjamin, who tragically committed suicide a few years ago. And so the way it shook down was that when they finally settled this really nasty divorce and custody fight, Michael got 40% joint custody of their twins, their 14-year-old twins. Lisa Marie got 60%. But they had joint custody. The way it works in California is that if one parent dies and the other parent is a custodial parent, the only way it's usually taken away from them is if you show some unfitness on the part of the parent. The thing about that is the judge has already ruled, presumably, that there isn't an unfitness issue because Michael has had unsupervised joint custody. So it would seem that if Danny or somebody else wants to make a play, it's going to be really hard to do it, even if the twins were on board, because Michael's the biological
father, but Danny has been sort of a stepfather in that he's living in the house and has been there when the girls are there for 60% of the time.
And I can tell you, I mean, I don't think Michael sees him as a stepfather.
No, I don't. I would imagine he doesn't.
That's the rub here.
Well, Harvey, I think the kids are going to be an interesting wrinkle here because they're 14 years old, and that's old enough for the judge to maybe take into consideration. Remember, they're living with Lisa Marie 60% of the time. Danny's in that household, so maybe that combination of factors could overwhelm Michael's case for full custody. It will be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, I mean, the family at this point is still reeling just from and wondering, you know, what caused Lisa Marie's cardiac arrest.
And on that point, they did perform an autopsy on Saturday. The findings have been deferred pending a toxicology report, and that can take months. There's a huge backup right now with the LA County coroner, which really, you know, there was always a backup, but because of COVID, it exacerbated things. So we may not even know a cause of death for months.
Right.
Probably
so the family
will not.
Dealing with that, and then looming custody.
A lot of things.